You know, there's been a lot of change on the West End, and it's something that we have been following, obviously, ever since the FC Cincinnati Stadium started construction. Now, there could be change coming to CMHA's Stanley Row towers. Recently, the Housing Authority won a $410,000 planning grant from HUD.
That's right. And WCPO 9 News reporter Lisa Smith looks at the issues with the obsolete buildings and who determines the future of Stanley Row.
Since the 1960s, families and seniors have called the Stanley Row apartments in the West End home. But some current residents are wondering for how much longer.
I know that the look is going to be definitely different. It's not going to be anything like what you see now.
Vita Manuel has lived in Stanley Row Towers for nearly 9 years.
When dollars move out of a neighborhood, you can't maintain a neighborhood. And there's nothing really to keep dollars here.
But what if there was a way? The Cincinnati Metropolitan Housing Authority applied for and won a $410,000 grant from HUD.
This is a reinvestment in affordable housing in the West End for the next generation.
It's called the Choice Neighborhood Planning Grant, and over the next 2 years, it helps finance a plan to reimagine the public housing in the West End.
I think this is a chance, and I think CMHA can play a really important leadership role and HUD support, to get balanced, inclusive growth right in the West End.
Liz Bloom is director of the Community Building Institute at Xavier. They'll work with CMHA residents and community leaders on the plan. The idea is to get to another grant that awards millions of dollars for new housing. 35 local groups and leaders submitted letters supporting the application, including the City of Cincinnati, Cincinnati Public Schools, and FC Cincinnati. The goal is to come up with a plan that transforms public housing and the West End. Many of those supporting organizations have pledged additional funding and representatives to sit on housing, people, and neighborhood task forces. But the residents say they're waiting for their chance to speak up. And right now, what will happen to their housing is unknown.
That's where it's really going to have to be a trust build, because if you say you're going to do something and it's going to be right on the end, it has to be right on the end.